Hey guys, and welcome to the 31st episode in the game Mass Effect Andromeda. In the previous episode we've explored the systems in the Helios cluster, all those uninhabitable worlds. We've learned some new things about them, gathered some experience, some resources, some anomalies discovered. But now we will continue with our quests, our storyline, advance further into this game. So let's take a look in the journal, in our quests. I think I said I'll continue with these missing arcs. We have to find leads on these arcs. Well, I am not sure if we can do that unless we progress with the main storyline. So most likely we'll need to just go with the main quest further. There are no trackers for this quest at all on the map, so almost impossible to do this. Maybe we just have to explore the planets. We got some new stuff in the inventory, at least it tells me I have something new. But I don't really see anything new here. And in the journal... Oh, by the way, we've also crafted some parts of the Pathfinder suit. Alright, let's proceed with this quest, A Trail of Hope. We've rescued the Moshaya. She's agreed to take you into the Remnant Vault on Aya, so that you can see how and why it's active and how it's connected to the network of vaults. Plenty of tasks completed already in this mission, as we can see. Let's track this quest and go on with it. And we have to go in the Oneon system. It's 0% explored. Null system explored to 100%, and Pytheas to 100. Well, most of the systems are explored to 100%. We only have to explore Oneon system and Haverl. I mean Farrowing system. We have 2 habitable planets, and that's it probably. 4 planets in total. Vold and Eos are explored. Aya and Haverl yet to be explored. And we will proceed with Aya's exploration now.
The Scourge's drag on the ship.
At least it keeps Aya hidden.
Alright. So, no quest began during this flight into the Oneon system. That's great. So that means we can explore this stuff before proceeding to Aya. Let's start with Fetvan. But first let's activate the scanner, maybe we can get some anomalies, who knows. Or maybe not. No anomalies found so far. Alright, let's just get there. Another gas giant. Fat Fun. Every century, Fat Fun's orbital path takes it dangerously near a stretch of scourge. It appears to be a bleeding atmosphere as a consequence. Yeah, let's just read about each planet before we go to Aya. Next planet, Obairo. Great view from
Anomaly
here.
detected.
And we have an anomaly. An anomaly on this planet. Probably some resources.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Oh yeah, what else? This graphite mineral deposit should prove useful to the initiative for manufacturing. And that's it. Yeah, cannot do anything about it. Oh, I've actually took 102 graphite. I'm not sure if I've done that on the previous mineral deposits. You just have to left click on it and you get something. Yeah, amazing view from here. Looks great. Obairo's surface is primarily composed of iron, but mountains rich with less common metals do dot the landscape. Scans indicate that the Angara have often sent mining expeditions here, so the planet is fully mined out. And an asteroid. This system has the asteroid belt, just like the solar system. Beryllium deposit. 62 beryllium. This asteroid contains large quantities of frozen water, unusual for this particular asteroid belt and a possible host for microbial life. It could become a planet and a life would evolve on it. Sensational man, what's this name? I wonder who comes up with these names. Probably the Angaran civilization. Another great view. Probably the most beautiful system we've been into so far. The view is great from this planet, from the orbit of these planets. We have some kind of moon or whatever. And an anomaly. I've already seen where it is. Yeah, right here.
Probe away. Satellite detected.
This time it's a cat satellite. A cat satellite is well concealed low in Sensatial's orbit, doubtless designed to observe and guarantee activities in the system. Disabling it permanently is a simple task. We probably disabled it. Despite its comfortable temperature and gravity, Sensatial's composition is highly toxic and inimical to most life forms. It would be difficult at best to colonize. Yeah, but the view is great from the orbit. Mayrov. One more planet to go until we go to Aya. The Angara have established a research station on the boiling, toxic surface of Mayrov, but it appears unmanned and in danger of destruction. Perhaps the Angara lacked the resources to maintain it. Yeah, it's the closest planet to the Neon here. Basically, these sun-like cosmic things, these stars, we have their name for each system. So this sun-like star is called Neon. Okay, time to go to Aya and continue with our main storyline. Let's go. With our quest, A Trail of Hope. Here we are in Aya's orbit. Aya is a small and lush tropical world. Oh, it does not look tropical at all from here. It looks dead. It looks extremely dead. But wait, is that a green zone in there? Yeah, looks like some green terrain in there. Maybe it has some trees, some habitable territories, who knows? Its unique position, hidden by both the Scourge and Healy's black hole, has allowed it to go undetected by the cat. Alert! Aya is a sovereign world of the Angara. All initiative personnel must conform to early contact protocols. Okay. Let's go to Aya.
Stars and skies light our way.
Stars and skies light our way.
She knows how to play to a crowd.
She's the Moshai.
Welcome home.
I never thought I'd see it again. Without the Resistance and the Pathfinder, I wouldn't be here.
We made a good team.
The Pathfinder destroyed the enemy's fortress, but thousands of us died in chains.
We have a lot to talk about.
I promised to lead the Pathfinder to Aya's vault.
The sooner I learn what's special about that place, the faster I can fix EOS.
Then get on with it.
I'll prepare the vault for your arrival. A shuttle will bring you to me when it's ready.
Thank you, Moshai.
We've been alone against the Ket for too long. You've proven it doesn't have to be that way. It's time we discussed an alliance between our people.
We're happy to make room for you on the Nexus.
We'll provide an embassy here as well. Our city is open to you. Join us.
Well done, Joel. Report for reassignment.
I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
I'm here to cooperate. Whatever you decide, I'll work with it.
You're set on this.
It's the right thing to do.
I see the benefit. Request granted.
I need to file a mission report. Don't leave Aya without me.
Okay. The planet looks great. At least from here. From the orbit it looked terrible. Much better now. Well, we have to go to the shuttle. We have docking access controls. What's this? We can go to the Tempest. No, not yet. We've just arrived. So we will not rush in here. Let's explore a bit. Sohka Esov.
Trade? Trade. Trade.
Are you asking or telling?
Wondering, do you exchange goods and services? How does your economy work?
We pay for things with a currency called credits. Abstract wealth.
The Ket offered gifts, made odd bargains, never traded. What are your credits worth? What can we do with them?
You pay them to us for whatever we're selling.
Now we cut open the heart. And what do you offer?
I can set up a meeting to arrange a formal trade agreement.
Complicated. Another time.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Yes. Call me Soka. I run cargo between Aya and other worlds. Good work. Good at it. You're here to help my people? Prove it. I need help. One of my suppliers off-world stopped checking in. Has things I need. There could be trouble.
Okay, we get a mission from this guy. Let's help.
You're one of few people here willing to give me a chance. I'll take it.
You have a ship? I have my supplier's nav point. His name is Keldo. Find him, his supplies. Come back and prove you're helpful. Then maybe we trade.
Good. We will help him, why not?
Pathfinder?
And where does this lead? Holographic message terminal. Aya information bulletin update 4598A. Translated from Shelesh. Vault Victory Drive. Vault people desperately need basic supplies. If your family can spare nutrient-based, unused clothing, outdoor survival gear, machine parts, tools, extra weapons, and ammunition, it could make the difference between life and death for those resisting the cat conquest. Place donated items in the nearest Victory Drive station of your residential complex. Moshi's Jaffa has returned. The rumors are true. Our beloved Moshi's Jaffa has been rescued from the cat by brave members of the Resistance, aided by the Milky Way visitors. The Moshai is recovering and in good spirits. A reminder from Governor Paran Shai. You may see unusual visitors on Aya in the days ahead. Don't be alarmed. They are here as guests. Remain vigilant and report suspicious activity to Aya security, but do not attempt to confront or restrain anyone yourself. Basically some kind of news terminal. Another update, translated from Shelesh. Resistance recruitment surges. Recent victories on Vault have spurred a renewed public interest in joining the Resistance. Volunteer sign-ups increased 500% over last year. Ephra de Tarshav encourages everyone, regardless of age, talents, or experience, to submit to a Resistance recruitment screening. Scourge strike on southern Haverl. Archaeologists working at a dig site on Haverl's unsettled southern continent were forced to abandon their camp when a freak tendril of Scourge energy pierced the atmosphere above their location. No injuries were reported, but the team leader stated the group lost years of research in the event. Kadara Port Travel Advisory. Cargo ship and transport vessel crews are reminded that Kadara Port remains a high-risk travel zone. No official business has been sanctioned with the deserters, and contact with the Milky Way immigrants living on Kadara is strongly discouraged. And we have an some kind of announcement translated from Shelesh. Wanted engineer. Looking for a level 7 starship engineer. Experience repairing and maintaining Varlstead Juve thrusters is required. Will work for extended travel periods lasting up to 6 weeks or more. Basic zero-gravity combat training preferred, but can be learned on the job. Meal prep skills and an engaging conversation style A+. Must be clean. Yeah, a job vacation, basically. And we can scan something. Angaren mural. Visual art composed of natural pigments, 25% polymer resin, 30% chemical additives, 45%. This is a painted wall mural created by Angaren artists. Okay. A team of artists from each of our home worlds, Aya, Vold, and Haverl, worked together to create this mural. It depicts the centuries of hardship we endured as a result of the Scourge, but also the reunion of our people to build a strong, resilient society.
Pathfinder. Analysis reveals this plant to be fruit-bearing.
Can we eat it?
Unknown. If we find more samples, I can transmit the data to Dr. Tapero for testing.
And another task received. We'll have to scan these things.
I thought you were heading back to the outpost.
Yeah, like I said, we have a pretty much dead planet around mountains and lava on the surface. Well, this area probably is the most habitable. Otherwise, the planet looks pretty much dead. Fast travel station. So we can fast travel on this planet. But this looks more like a city, not a planet. We have also some merchants. Materials merchant, that could be useful. And we also have a weapons merchant, but I won't buy any. We've also got some new stuff in the codex, but we'll read that later. Another scan. Edible Angaren fruit, colloquially known as Quiloa. Quiloa. Yeah, these names are hard to spell. Angaren irrigation unit. This industrial-grade irrigation system provides water and nutrients for plant life.
Increase your odds of survival. Wear armor.
Pathfinder.
The resistance needs volunteers. The cat have felt the power of the resistance, and they know their end is coming. Our victories on Vold are only the beginning of what we can achieve, but we can't defeat the enemy without your help. If you're tired of living in fear, if you believe we were meant for something greater than slavery, if you're willing to stand up and fight, you'll find a new family in the resistance. We'll train you to strike back at the cat and reclaim what is ours. The resistance defends the future of all Angara. Join us. Yeah, a message definitely not for us. We have the armor merchant, Vetra, and Zan Ingil, whoever this is. Probably another merchant.
I'm not selling to aliens.
Oh, okay. And materials merchant.
They let you pass the gates. Huh.
It's an honor, and I understand that. I'll be respectful.
All right. Everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
Okay, so this guy is definitely... Oh, yeah, he has some resources. That's what I need. But I forgot what I need to craft that Pathfinder suit. I don't even remember. But I think it's possible to check. Let's exit. No, we cannot see the components. I think we'll have to go back to the Tempest to see that. Well, it's not urgent, so I won't even buy anything then. I'm just exploring a bit, that's it. Feline.
Vesteran? I was there when you landed. Watched you get escorted through the city.
I get why everyone was on edge. I didn't mean to worry them.
We've been through worse than the arrival of one human.
I've never seen fruit like this before. What are these?
Haripo. Sweet with a little bite. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I have a few Kiloa or Elmok.
Is fruit scarce here?
In this form, yes. Very expensive. If you buy a Haripo from me, it means you have something to celebrate. It's a luxury, meant to be shared with friends and family.
I'll get moving.
Just a marketplace in here. So we won't be buying from the merchants this time. But we'll probably get some quests before getting out of here. We've already got one additional quest from that guy that needs help. And we have the Citizens Forum here.
Exaltation is just another word for how the Keg kill us.
And if you're wrong? If we've been killing for them without realizing it?
I saw a cat up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
I've seen different types of cat. They could be exalting multiple species.
Anything they transform is an abomination. We have to destroy the creatures.
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
Yeah, I agree with them. The cat are hostile, they have to be destroyed, that's it. Governor's office. Something new. Looks like we can speak with these guys.
When have I ever not kept such records? There's always a first time. For a youth like yourself, perhaps, I'll transmit them at once.
We have Einrach Boson and Arbiter Omdal. Let's speak.
Pathfinder, I'm Enro Bosan, assistant to the governor. As you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Ai's people.
It'll take a long time to trust strangers again.
Which is why they want the Nexus to listen to them. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages for your people on the Nexus. I'd appreciate if you take a look and forward their communications to your people.
Okay, another task received, that's great.
Our laws need revising now that you're here.
I think I will get to all of these exclamation marks. And maybe do these secondary quests before continuing the main mission.
Put a layer of security between yourself and danger.
It would be wise to speak with me before engaging in trade.
Something to scan. Nutrient paste vats. This is an industrial food processor used for creating and storing Hungarian nutrient paste. Good to know. Rowan Abel.
Welcome to the Tavatan. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
I'd like a drink.
Man, is this even safe? To drink from these guys? Or to eat?
What does Tavaton mean? My translator won't pick it up.
It depends on the context. If it's a person, it means an old friend. If it's a location, like this, it's more a place you could bring someone home to.
What if you need to meet your Tavaton at the Tavaton?
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started. What's in that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly all the food we grow goes straight into processing. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world.
How do you stretch your food that far?
It's complicated. Hard to explain without going into lengthy detail. But I'd be happy to send some to your ship, along with my process notes.
The Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
Ryder.
Hey, Scott.
Well, we also see Liam, Costa and drugs here, so it's probably safe. This food and the drinks.
Ryder, you are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself.
Oh, I see. Danfrey is scanning us for some reason. Can I scan anything nearby? Oh yeah, these things. Elmo fruit. Edible Angaran fruit, colloquially known as elmok.
Ryder, I took a look at the plants you sent. Good news, they're edible.
So we can grow them on the Nexus?
Not just these. If the genetic makeup is similar, most of the food on Aya could be edible. But I need to be sure. Get a sample of fruit from the market.
Okay, we will buy one. And this is a part of the quest we've received, Resistance message to the Nexus. Compiled log of Resistance members' messages uploaded at the Angaran Resistance headquarters for the Pathfinder's eyes only. Messages to the Nexus, translated from Shelesh. Subject: join our fight. You proved you can fight the cat on Vold. The Resistance doesn't impress easily. Stand with us. Together we will take this war to the enemy's home. We'll make them feel terror. We'll show them despair. We will break the cat, and when that's done, we'll share the rewards of victory. Subject: are you at war with each other? We've seen members of your species act with violence, greed, and selfishness. We've found evidence of your people attacking and stealing from one another. Why do you hurt each other when only the cats stand to gain? If our people are slow to trust you, it's because we can't understand why some of you seem determined to hurt others. Even the cats stand united in their cause. Why don't you? Another subject: we have much to learn. I've spent my life wondering what other beings might exist. Your people are nothing like what I imagined, and I'm glad for that. I thought I was long past being surprised in life. My sons and daughters draw pictures of you and ask me all sorts of questions. They want to know everything about you. We hope you feel the same way. There's so much we can teach each other. And another subject: I believe in our future. Help arrives when you least expect it, and your arrival was unexpected. You came to Aya wounded and in need, and we didn't welcome you. You went to our other worlds and helped our people overcome terrible challenges with no promise of reward or friendship. You wouldn't do that if there wasn't a goodness at your core. You want to understand and be understood. This is the start of a great alliance. Yeah, we will not edit anything, let it be like this. Three more messages to collect, but first let's speak with Danfrey.
Hello there.
I'm working.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
You haven't even told me your name.
Danfre, biological researcher. This is my home.
I have a scanner too. Seems only fair you let me go first.
That's ridiculous.
It's my final offer.
You're bold, Pathfinder. All right. Scan me.
Angaran skeletal structure, muscular formation, and organs are optimal for thriving in harsh environments. As previously discovered, they can also generate and discharge bioelectrical energy.
All done. You're interesting.
So are you. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
And we've just completed another quest. Feels good. Check the map one more time. And I wanted to go here. Not sure if this is even reachable now. Most likely not, as this is behind a locked door, or maybe we can go through here. Let's try.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Museum exhibit. Ruins from Dark Kulmal. This fragment is from a wall of the governor's public residence on Vold, which was destroyed by cat bombardment during the initial invasion. The governor, all staff, and most of her immediate family were all killed in the blast. When Vold stands liberated, this relic will form the cornerstone of a monument to those who gave their lives defending our home. Anything to scan? Nellen. First contact with a cat varied among our homeworlds. While the cat sought to confuse Haverl with silence, they murdered the ambassador on Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of the confusion and chaos. It's important for us all to learn from this moment in history and to present a united front in the face of adversity. We're currently updating this display to bring you the latest in historical finds. Thank you for your patience. Remnant exhibit, translated from Shelish. Though we don't know much about the Remnant or its creators, we've determined the Remnant were present in Helios long before our people. The Remnant's purpose appears to be the same as the planetary vaults, to transform a world into a thriving, beautiful paradise. Before the arrival of Pathfinder Rider in Revolution 826, modern attempts to interact with the Remnant had been unsuccessful, but we've been able to coexist with them peacefully here on Aya. And we see some Remnant technology here. Though we know little about our pre-Scourge ancestors, evidence points to a grand multi-planet society with sophisticated technology. Many recent discoveries indicate our ancestors even traveled vast distances between systems. Though we have no way of knowing for sure, most scholars theorize our people's early success was due to the use of remnant technology. No doubt. This pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from the ancient temples of Havarl.
They've got amazing Remtech research going on here.
PB is also here studying this stuff. Remnant device. While we can't know for certain, theories about this remnant device suggest its function may be to convert rock and sand into a nutrient-rich soil.
You know, the more I interact with the Angara, the more I feel for them. Especially with what we know about exaltation. I can't imagine.
Believe me, I'm pissed off on their behalf.
You nailed it. That's exactly how I feel. We need to make things right.
Excavation from Havarl. Archaeologists on Havarl recently discovered what they believe are pieces from the oldest structure as yet found on the planet. These fragments were literally uprooted by mutating vegetation, rising from an underground cavern. Though the exact cultural nature of this find remains unknown, teams of researchers have recently established a permanent dig site to search for more clues. Yeah, this looks old. It doesn't even look like remnant, but pretty similar. What else do we have? Nellen.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new?
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
So before we speak with Avela Kajar, let's check these displays. Cat exaltation tool. Until recently we knew this was a cat tool, but didn't understand its purpose. Scholars have recently determined it's used in the exaltation of our people. Though it may be difficult to look at, it's important we learn and understand exaltation to protect ourselves and our loved ones. This looks scary. And this looks like a knife. Angaran dagger. This dagger dates back nearly 4 centuries, to the time just after the Scourge appeared. Faced with a technological dark age, our ancient ancestors learned to fight and hunt without the use of advanced weaponry. Alright, Avela, tell me what you've got.
Stars above. It's you. I was hoping to get a chance to speak with you. You left your home to cross dark space. Is it true you can never go back?
Yeah. This is home now.
To take such a risk and give up your old life, why did you do it?
I couldn't resist the adventure of a lifetime.
I know the feeling. There's a rush in taking a chance and hoping for the best.
My turn for a question. Do I get to know your name?
Oh, of course. I'm Avela Kajar, curator for the Repository of History. We study relics of our past, try to piece together what we lost in the Scourge. And the truth is, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Pathfinder, how much do you know about our history?
I still have a lot to learn.
Centuries ago, the Scourge targeted my people. Our ships were the first to go dark. Many of those ships went down over Havarl. The wilds of that planet are filled with history. A scientist on Havarl just contacted me with a new nav point of an intact crash site. A huge opportunity. But with Remnant patrolling the area, we can't get close enough. Not like you can.
So you want me to go?
I know it's a lot to ask, but you have a ship and the means to get past the Remnant. Without your help, I'm stuck.
I don't think Ephra would be too happy with this arrangement.
Ephra doesn't have to know, and if he finds out, he can direct his anger at me.
It takes guts to stand up to him.
I'd face worse to get a piece of our history back.
You're trusting your history with an outsider?
I know what people say about you, but I don't agree. I think you're here to help.
I am.
Now's your chance to prove it. You want to earn Aya's respect, right? Recovering our past will go a long way.
I've always wanted to give archaeology a try.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. If you find anything, I'll be here. Thank you, Pathfinder.
And one more quest received. Plenty of side quests already. Also have a data pad. Checking in. Mother, you wouldn't believe all that's happened since Pathfinder Rider landed on Aya. I'm sure you know about the Moshai's rescue, but I suspect you've only heard the official version. Ephra and his resistance like to claim credit for bringing her home, but I know for a fact they never could have accomplished it without the Pathfinder. People fear these new aliens will turn out to be like the cat. Don't listen to them. I feel in my spirit they've come to help, and you know I'm always right about these things. I wish you could see some of the interesting relics we've found on Haverl and elsewhere. I'll bring images next time I visit. Also, I am not seeing R2 anymore. It was nothing particular that ended things. We're just too different. Don't worry, my work still brings me all the happiness I need. Avela. Some good words about the human aliens here. So what else do we have? One more exclamation mark in here, probably one more quest. Let's go in there. Getting quests for the future episodes. Another message for the Nexus. Compiled a log of citizens' messages uploaded at the Teveton for the Pathfinder's eyes only. Download this. And another long message. Let's read. Subject: Let there be unity. Before the Scourge, Angara were one people. It took centuries after that disaster to find each other again, and by then we'd been divided too long. That's how the cat were able to conquer us. The war forced us back together, but now you've upset the balance. Some don't trust you, others want you to save us. Divisions are forming. If you're really here to help, keep our people united. Subject Pavoa and Isharai to you all. I am writing this in my final days. I have lived a long life that now comes to its natural end. I have known great loss and pain, but also joy and hope. I think we have that in common. My fate is to live at a turning point in history. Part of me is angry I won't see what happens next, but I've made my peace. Whatever becomes of your people, mine and the cat will reverberate into the lives of my great-grandchildren, and that gives me strange comfort. I know there's more to this life than war and hardship, and I've seen enough to know your people understand that too. Be well, take care of each other, change life for the better. Goodbye. Subject, we wish you peace and good fortune. Don't be deceived by the posturing of Evra de Tarshav and his resistance. We are not a violent people. We're scientists, inventors, artists, caretakers, and explorers. This is our home, but there is room enough for us all. We told the cat the same thing, but they didn't listen. We hope you do. Subject, no one will read this. This message will never be read by the Pathfinder, much less reach the Nexus. We're so desperate for allies against the cat that we're willing to make the same mistake with new aliens. This little stunt by the governor won't change anything. We may as well be screaming into the wind. A strange message. We will forward all of these messages to the Nexus without any edits in their original form.
I never thought I'd see the Moshlai again, least of all thanks to you. Welcome to the marketplace. I am Arbiter Renov. I enforce correct conduct between merchants and customers, resolving any disputes. As the first outsider to enter the city, you are ignorant of our laws. We should change that.
Where I'm from, the biggest trade law is don't cheat. Is it different here?
I suspect we define cheating differently. What is unfair changes based on perspective.
Who decides what happens to people who break the law?
It depends on the grievance. I settle minor offenses right here. More serious ones require a tribunal.
I don't want to cause any trouble. How do I learn your laws?
I'll transmit a full readout. Familiarize yourself with the contents. Personal responsibility is a core foundation of our society. We expect it from everyone.
Understood.
Please visit my colleagues in the Governor's office and the Resistance headquarters. They'll teach you about our culture and what it means to walk freely among us. Your understanding is critical. It would be unfortunate if you accidentally violated our laws.
Goods for the home, tools for the field, supplies for all your needs.
Something I can do for you?
Can I get a few of those fruits for the Tempest?
More than one? You Pathfinders are richer than I thought.
What do you mean?
You really are new to Helios. Look at it this way. This Paripo feeds 1. Or we can break it down into nutrient paste and feed 20.
Browse my goods.
Raw fruit is rare because it's excessive. A luxury. Better to make the most out of it, right?
Is that what you guys eat?
Of course. It gives us the nutrition we need without wasting resources. The food we grow is precious. We have to make the most of it. And once in a while, we treat ourselves.
As appetizing as paste sounds, I'll stick to fresh fruit.
At least pay a visit to the Tavitan and try it out. I'll send a few fruits to your ship in the meantime. A gift.
I'll get moving.
Yeah, we bought this for Lexi. Actually, we did not buy. Felon sent it to the ship for free, which is great. Well, I've got enough resources anyway, so I think I could afford buying one of those at least. So, no more exclamation marks. That means we're left with completing these side quests here in this place. Not sure how it's called. I'm not sure if I can call this planet Aya. We're in some kind of city here. Let's track this task. Messages to the Nexus. We have 2 more messages to collect. Governor Shai's assistance, Enro Bosan, has established message terminals across the city for citizens to record personal messages to the Nexus. Enro has asked you to visit each of these terminals, view the messages, and pass them along to the Nexus. We've already collected 2 messages, 2 more left. Let's complete this task. Shouldn't take much time at all. And we also explore this city. It is called a city. I'm not sure the name of this city. Probably Aya's capital. Okay, here we've got the next message. Messages written by the citizens. What impulse drove your people to cross... Wait. Subject, why are you here? What impulse drove your people to cross dark space? What have you come here for? Do you expect us to believe you're just explorers who went to live in peace? I think you fled something terrible. I think it might follow you here. Questions. Which one of your species actually controls this so-called initiative? Are you even different species or just genetic constructs customized to fill different roles? Why do you all walk on two legs like us? Is it so we'd accept you? What did you look like before you crossed dark space? Subject. Keep off Haverl. When I heard you were granted permission to land on Haverl, I filed a complaint with Governor Shy. That world is one of our most sacred places, and it is not for outsiders. Even the cat keep their distance, because they know we'll fight to the death to protect it. Anyone who defiles Haverl will face consequences. Subject. Share your gifts. You build ships to travel across dark space. Show us how to make them and let us retrace your path. There are no cat where you come from. We have a generation facing extinction, but you could help us go where the enemy won't follow. We've suffered enough. Give us hope for a better life. Interesting messages here. And we've got one more in the marketplace.
Whatever you're making, I have something to help.
Subject. Thank you. I remember the first time I met the Moshai. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. She has done so much for our people. When the rumors began that she'd been caught by the cat, and worse, killed, I lost hope for our future. You restored it. I don't care what anyone says, I believe you came to save us. Subject. Go home. This is not your galaxy. You don't belong here. Anyone who thinks you're different from the cat is a fool. I see you for what you are, and there are many more like me. No subject. If you come in peace and friendship, Pavoa. If your hearts are filled with deceit, you will die. That is all you need to know. And I don't know what this Pavoa means. We've probably been told, but I forgot. My name is Vajaka. My family said I could write to you. I've never met an alien before, but I'd like to meet you. I think we can be friends. Yeah, some small experience from this. Vetra, you've got something to tell me?
Doing okay?
Who knew saving a respected member of Angaran society would open so many doors? I've been talking to some of their traders, seeing if we can work things out.
We have to be careful not to trade away too much of what the Nexus needs.
Trust me, I'm running everything by Kesh.
And another data pad. But we've read it already.
Missing something crucial? I'll probably have it.
Now let's do some tasks around this city. The ones we've received a while ago. We have this task, laws and customs. An Angaran arbiter in Aya's marketplace advises you to learn the laws and customs of her people. She has directed you to visit 2 other arbiters in the city for more information. Let's do this. By doing all these secondary tasks and quests, we also explore the locations, and that's what you have to do in such games. I love exploration. Arbiter Omdal.
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Okay, let's get to the other side. It has 5,983 pages. Well, I think this text will be enough. Charter governing citizens of Aya revised. As defined by the first founders of Aya, this world and all who live on it agree to abide by the laws, customs, and regulations of a civilized society that has existed for centuries on other worlds. These rules of conduct ensure a voice for each family within our society and gives them certain inviolable rights. And we've also got info in the codex. Right here. And since we're on this task, let's also read this. Angara practiced the political philosophy of horizontal collectivism. All members of society are valued equally, and every citizen has a voice. But the ultimate goal is for individuals to promote the best interests of the entire civilization. Angara are expected to set aside personal preferences for the greater whole, and their laws reflect this. Crimes are evaluated and punished according to the pervasiveness of their impact. An unlawful act committed against a single person carries less weight than one affecting everyone in a family. Those who transgress in a way that undermines all Angaran society incur the maximum penalty. Leaders of large political collectives like Aya's governor are chosen through democratic elections preceded by contentious public debates. All candidates openly challenge each other and in turn must answer any citizen who believes them unfit for office. Elected officials serve a single term, regardless of office. We will read through the codex, probably in a future episode, not now. We do not have that many entries. So let's get back to our quest. Need to speak to Arbiter Vrajan.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Thank you. Let's read. Though we face an enemy that will not stop until our entire civilization ceases to exist, it's important we not abandon the principles of basic morality. The cat must be defeated, but not at any cost. It won't matter if our future generations can live without fear of death or enslavement if that freedom was achieved through genocide or other barbaric crimes. On the proper conduct of war against the cat. And let's also read that in the Codex. Military doctrine of the Angaran culture. The cat conquest of the Angara several decades ago has left their military forces virtually extinct. The few warships and ground forces to survive the initial attacks were lost through attrition to planetary defense. In place of an organized military, the Angara must now rely on the resistance. Angaran leaders composed articles of war and submitted them as laws to be followed by these volunteer soldiers. The rules of engagement reflect a mindset prioritizing preservation of Angaran life and culture over vengeance on the cat. A resistance soldier confronted by a cat base filled with Angaran slaves, cultural artifacts and cat guards is expected to rescue slaves and reclaim artifacts first. Any cat would then be destroyed with expediency and minimal cruelty, not to spare the cat, but to uphold the integrity of Angaran civilization. Okay. Another quest completed. We've learned some things about Angara. And still so many characters to speak with. We can scan. Oh, what's this? Ephra's command console. This command console belongs to Ephra the Tershav, leader of the Angaran resistance. And we've got a communications terminal. Recruitment efforts, Kadara port. Things are as bad as we thought. The deserters don't care about anyone but themselves. Recruitment efforts have found zero traction. Ironically, we've had better luck gaining support from the new aliens. A small group pledged to support the resistance and alert us to future cat activities on Kadara. It seems unlikely the enemy would give up on the planet so easily, but maybe the presence of these new aliens has confused them. Regardless, I recommend we abandon recruitment efforts and instead focus on infiltration of the local population using deep cover agents. I'll submit a list of candidates in my next report. Raske. Casualty report, Vold. Severe whiteout conditions have made casualty confirmations difficult. Expect these numbers to be adjusted in the next update. Hopefully they'll be lower. Cat ambushed a night patrol in the London Crevasse. 3 dead, 2 wounded, 1 missing. Squad missing outside Techix, presumed captured, 4 missing. Sniper caught in avalanche on southern slope, presumed dead, 1 missing. A shuttle suffered mechanical failure, made hard landing on Steen Ridge, 2 wounded. Argument in the barracks got out of hand, 1 wounded, mostly in his pride. End report. People are getting nervous. Commander Dieter Schav. No one questions your thinking, and we all understand that the circumstances we're facing are unprecedented. However, you should know that people are talking in the barracks about these new Nexus aliens. Setting aside how they look, smell, and behave, how can we be expected to trust these things with access to our most secure world? On behalf of my unit, we submit that this so-called Pathfinder crew shouldn't be permitted to roam the city without an escort. We're keeping close watch on them. Don't worry, we're not letting them see us. But it would be easier if we could assign a guard to each visitor whenever they're on Aya. We hope you'll consider this option. Respectfully, Volor. Yeah, some of the Angaran are quite concerned about us. And we have...
it appears the Angara have installed the AI you found on Vold.
Yeah, we have it right here.
I have nothing to say to you.
Is there anything they can do to make you more comfortable?
Deactivate me. Erase my files.
Anything else?
Trigger a volcanic eruption. Bury the city in ash and fire.
Okay.
It's possible keeping this AI intact was not terribly useful.
Isn't this world better than Bold?
No.
You're safe from the cat, surrounded by people who think you're amazing.
Idiots.
Have you connected with any of the scientists on Aya? Moshae Sepha?
I met her.
She's smart.
She will be dead in a few years.
Is that a prediction? Or a promise?
A hope.
Well, good luck.
I hope you die.
Interesting AI. And annoying at the same time. Alright, let's get another task tracked and see if we have any for this location. That's about it with the tasks for Aya. We have completed more missions. Test subject. Well, let's check the map. I think we probably don't really have anything else to do here right now, unless we speak with more people. could go to the Aya's vault, but this is an important quest. It might be quite long, so I won't even start it right now. So let's keep exploring this city for a bit more, maybe speak with more characters around, and see if we can receive any more quests or information. This city is huge. Decontamination console. What's this?
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes, the slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
Infirmary. We have actually a great view from here, probably the best view on this city. We can see these mountains with some green stuff on them, not just lava. We have Olvek.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
If Jarl takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jarl is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
More information for the codex. We've learned something about Angaran biology. Although there are variations from adapting to different planets, all Angara are warm-blooded mammals that favor a cool, wet climate. Angaran females typically give birth to several young who require support and supervision, resulting in large extended families that become accustomed to living and working together. Donated Angaran anatomy textbooks reveal that the epidermis of their skin is photoelectric and photovoltaic. Specialized electrocyte cells regulated by a specialized organ called the theon allow an Angara to generate a much greater electromagnetic field than most organic species and exercise fine control over it. When needed, an Angara can unleash an electromagnetic pulse that damages weapons and electronics. Minimized pulses transmitted through touch serve as social cues. And also some information about their economy. Angara rely on a participatory mixed economy, applying elements of socialism, capitalism, and an informal barter system. The exact means of market control varies on a contextual basis, reflecting the needs of a civilization primarily focused on its survival. Basic goods and services deemed essential to life are provided as fundamental rights, with citizens voting annually to determine exact resource allocations. Advanced personal technology or luxury items are acquired through a state-controlled capitalist market. Producers and vendors are licensed by the government and monitored by arbiters to ensure they don't negatively impact essential services. Within families and tight-knit organizations like the Resistance, individual members freely trade goods and services without using currency. Value placed upon something can vary widely according to a person's needs. Disputes over barter trades are rare, as Angara take a long-term and generous view of economic interactions with each other. This is the stuff we've learned in this episode. We won't be reading through all the new codex entries now. As I've said before, let them gather in bigger numbers, and then we'll do a separate episode with the codex again.
Everything is fine, Taoshe. Stop worrying.
Nothing to do here anymore, let's get out. Get into the Resistance headquarters and speak with those characters. Oh, we also have Cora.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout. Getting lots of stairs. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
For some Angara, we're the only humans they'll ever see. That's huge.
Whatever happens, we'll make a better show than the cat.
Quartermaster is Stahl. What's this, a merchant?
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Anything I buy will be used to fight Cat.
You fight our enemy, but you're not one of us. Remember that.
Yeah, we can buy weapons here, but I'm not really interested in these weapons. I've got enough. Wait. Now we have Raske, that's the character I was looking for. We can speak with him. We will speak to Ephra also. Anything else? Let's start with Raske.
Moved in Vayon to replace them? No, Sector 9 is still unstable. They'll be out of food in 2 days, out of ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
If they could do it alone, they would have by now. Send reinforcements.
Hitting the enemy in one place leaves us vulnerable elsewhere. But you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
That's quite the gift you sent. Insane AI. Real attention grabber.
My people have a saying about gifts. It's the thought that counts.
Nice to know you care. What do you need?
What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening, like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied. Leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police, purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Plenty of information from Ephra about Ket, resistance. Always great to hear more information about this world. So, what other characters can we speak to? Let's just look around. Let's speak to Liam and Drax.
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here. Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
Imagine seeing a Krogan for the first time.
Maybe if I smile more, show my teeth.
Something tells me that won't help.
Nothing important from our team members. Well, I guess we've explored the most of this city. We've spoke with most of the characters. Jal, did I speak with you?
Well, what do you think?
I could get used to this.
We take turns living here. You can see why.
You're relaxed here. There's a sparkle in your eye.
I am. Thank you. It's nice of you to notice.
You're interesting. I like to notice.
Ryder, take a break and enjoy the view with me.
You have questions? Be quick.
It can't have been easy, holding out by yourselves against the Ket.
Before them, it was the Scourge. Our entire civilization was almost wiped out. Centuries of rebuilding.
It says a lot that you've made it this far.
We'll go much further.
Generating personal electrical fields must come in handy.
It's just part of who we are. We don't think about it.
But you can defend yourself, create light sources, replace a dead battery. Heck of a parlor trick.
It's no trick.
You've scanned others like me before. Where'd you find them?
We have other colonies. Some of your exiles found them.
Did they make a good impression?
No.
Well, we exiled them for a reason. What else did your scan reveal about me?
You're strong, tough. But much of Helios is inhospitable to human biology. You won't have it easy.
Never have. How do humans stack up against your people and the Ket?
You lack biological advantages, but your technology may offset that.
How do you stay busy when you're not scanning strangers from another galaxy?
I research and develop organic tactical equalizers.
That sounds scary.
Only to those who threaten Aya.
Did you scan me on your own? Or did someone put you up to it? Paran? Ephra?
I'm a scientist. I want to understand anything outside my knowledge and experience.
All that information you collect is for personal use?
course not. Angara share knowledge. It's how we survive.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, yes. Go.
More information from Dunfrey. Well, anything else here? Let's try and go to the governor's office. I'm not sure if we can enter in there. Let's try. We can fast travel to this marketplace. And probably we need to go this way. We have a console, let's check it before we speak with the governor. Council meeting notes. Personal meeting notes of Governor Perrin Shai. V wants to open Southern Valley region to development, with goal to provide refugees with permanent homes. K believes we are already at risk of overcrowding and harming local ecosystem. Votes to use land strictly for food production. M proposes compromise solution to construct orbital habitats using Nexus technology. Refugees would rotate between Aya's surface and orbital habitats using lottery system. E disagrees with accepting initiative help and especially tech. Points out the black hole will make orbital construction projects difficult and may attract notice of cat patrols. Final vote delayed to Novoa Bev. We need a better home for our people. Vold is fallen, Haverl remains unstable, and Aya is too small to support all of us. Is Kadara port an option? Do we even dare attempt reconciliation? Yeah, the Angara civilization faces some problems. They don't know where to colonize their people.
The Moshai will be waiting for you at the vault.
Well, I'm here. Maybe we can talk?
Of course. I owe you that. When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. What was done to my people. You made sure no more will suffer exaltation.
None of us will be safe until we stop the Ket for good.
I've learned to enjoy small victories when they come. What can I do for you?
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift. We created the Vassals so everyone could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
So the Angara actually consider this planet paradise. I'm not sure how Haverhill is looking, but probably worse than Aya.
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
When the Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havarl.
What about you?
The Ket left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havarl both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone. And neither can your initiative.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
I sense tension between your government and the Resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The Resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
What's it like being responsible for a whole planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
10 brothers and 8 sisters. You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
Just one. My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like standing next to our largest waterfall. My mother says I became governor, so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Okay guys, I think that's where we end this episode. A lot of talking and reading, mostly. And we made ourselves familiar with this city on planet Aya. In the next episode, we will proceed with that trail of hope. But for now, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Leave your feedback below the video, a like or dislike. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next episode.